everybody. Good evening. Well, we're supposed to have Denise on tonight. I haven't heard from her for the past hour. I sent her the link. So unless something's changed, if she doesn't show up, then I guess we could just discuss the events of the last day. Tomorrow I'm having another guest. I'm having Dusty on, who also had spoke with Dawn and Candace, and she has a lot of insight into the case too, and her experience and all that. So hey, Saray says, Amanda, Kaysen, Levid. Hey, Barbie, Julie, Fairy Dust. Well, hopefully Denise shows up. She's supposed to be coming, but I haven't heard from her, like I said, for a little bit, and I don't know what's going on. You have to pay attention when she speaks because she is kind of hard to understand. Hey, lovely SH. Jenna's not to be reckoned with. She don't put up with bull crap. I need to have a drink with her. I like her. I think that I did get some sleep. Thank you, Lips. I believe that Friday we're going to have Jenna and Lynn, maybe. Don't, that's still up in the air. It matters. We'll see. But that's the plan as of now. Tomorrow's Dusty. Today was supposed to be Denise. I think she's supposed to come on, but she's still not here. I mean, it's a couple minutes, but yeah, I feel Jenna is honest too. Okay, here's Denise. She's here. Yay, she made it.
Hello.
Hey, Denise.
Hi. Hold on 1 second.
Hey. Okay.
Hi.
Okay.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm tired, but I'm good. Thank you.
Oh, well, I won't keep you long. I mean, if you
I'm good. I've been gone all day. I'm good.
Okay. So everybody, this is Denise. She's not Prayer Garden. So you'll be able to tell. You'll be able to tell from her voices it is different, and then they are different. But I was convinced for a while that I was absolutely convinced, actually.
Well, so was Vinny, so that's okay. He called me and asked me if I was Prayer Garden. No, I'm not Prayer Garden, but I'll find out who is. So
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not. I just wanted to know if she was you, but now that I know she's not.
No, she's not me. Okay. I'm not her.
Well, thank you for coming up.
You're welcome.
So, how will we start? Can you tell us how you? She just dropped. Yeah, they sound kind of alike, but you could definitely tell differences. And there she is. She's back. All right, you're back. Are you there? This is her first time doing this, so.
Are you there?
Yep, I can hear you now.
I thought I had cut you off. Okay, and that's how I got started. I just got interested in it, and to begin with, I was probably Dawn and Candace's biggest critic. I mean, I really bashed them bad on Facebook groups and stuff like that. So, I mean, real bad. I feel guilty. I feel bad for how bad I did bash them because I really bashed them. So, and then it kind of done a turnaround, got in on their side, and was doing good and everything. And then my mind kind of changed again after an incident happened, after the incident took place. So
What was the incident?
um, that changed my mind.
Yes.
It was the conversation that I had with that night with Don on the phone, where he and he thought I was digging to try to accuse him, and
We can't hear you right now. I don't know what happened, but it just cut out. Thank you, Sweet Dreams, for the 9 or for your super chat. Appreciate that. Thank you. Denise, we can't hear you right now. I don't know if you accidentally hit mute. Did you accidentally hit the button which mutes you? This is her very first time on coming on this, so I think if you can hear Denise, make sure you didn't hit the mic button. Did you mute yourself? You can also drop and try coming back up. Here, let me just kick her and maybe she'll come back. Yeah, last night was crazy, guys. That was not planned. I knew I had planned that I was going to try to get him to come up, but I didn't think he would, I wish I could figure out how to get my screen back to normal like everybody else's with the little circle and stuff, but ever since I started using this overlay, I can't figure out how to get it back. No, Denise does not live in Tennessee. Aw, thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. See how these names are everything's so blurry with this overlay, but hopefully she tries coming back. Ziggy, you done good last night. I'm proud of you, girl. Oh, well, thank you. I just winged it. I tried to get the questions out of the way, and then I was like, well, here you go, Prayer Garden and Jenna, have at them, I guess. You know what I mean? Thank you, Jen. Here's Denise. All right, are you back? I hear you now.
I couldn't find you. I'm sorry. I'm not very good. Okay. But I was not questioning him because I didn't trust him or because I was trying to catch him in a lie or something like that. And I asked Don if he knew of anybody that hated him so much that they would maybe take summer, to punish him. And he said no. And no, I don't think so. And so then I asked him, well, did you owe anybody any money? Did you borrow any money? Was you in debt? And he said, well, yeah. I said, how much? And he said, $50,000. And I said, well, Don. He said, but I paid back $30,000 and I only owe $20,000 and I'm just having trouble paying it back. And so at that point I asked him who was it to, and he said it was to the Mexican mafia. So it scared the hell out of me when he said that, So I hung up. I got off the line real quick and called him on the phone because I didn't think we were talking online first, and then I called him on the phone because I didn't think that was something that should be on the computer, and it just scared me, and I didn't know what to do about it because it really scared me. And then I contacted somebody put me in contact with Sharon, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah. Did I pulled up the whole when he said to you screen right now. Now I know that you don't. I know that you and Dusty have had a falling out, but I do have her, or do have on her Facebook this from the screenshots where you asked her, or where you asked Dawn, like, was there anyone you owed money to, or that maybe has vanished from your life since Summer got taken? And that's when he said to you, I borrowed 50,000.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and it just me and me and Dusty didn't really have a falling out. She just blocked me. I never got the chance to have a falling out with her.
Okay.
She just blocked me. At that point, I think it was in that a night or two before that, Don was drinking. I mean, he was drinking straight out of the bottle, but he might do that all the time. I don't know, but he was drinking real heavy, and Candace was in bed. I asked him where Candace was, and he said, "Where do you think she's in bed, passed out?" And so, in that conversation, he started saying, "Well, I think I love you." I said, "No, George, what do you mean?" He said, "I think I love you." I said, "Yeah, maybe as a mother, as a
Right.
mother." And I just, and he said, "No." And I said, "Yeah, you're drinking, and it's just as a mother. It's not." And it was no big deal. And that was the whole gist of that. There was never nothing between me and Don, ever, nothing, no feelings, no nothing. Um, Not like with Dusty. I don't think. I think she's kind of gotten infatuated with him, maybe. And
You
when I
think
told
Dusty?
Dusty,
You think
when
Dusty's
I told
passionate?
Dusty, when I told Dusty what Dawn had said, because I thought Dusty was my friend and I could confide in her, you know. And I told Dusty what Dawn had said, and she said, "Well, he told me he loves me. He's in love with me. He told me he loves me." And so after that, she blocked me, and that was it. There never really was a falling out between us. So that was basically it. She was doing the live things with Ernie Shell from the race track thing, and she, I don't know, she got to where everything was Dusty's, and every idea was Dusty's, and every thought was Dusty's, and everything she came up with was Dusty's, and not what other people had told her, but what people told her all of a sudden became Dusty's visions. That's how I put it. So that that was that. And she said, "Oh, you gave my content away." I didn't give your content away. I told her what I had said, talking about to somebody else that I had shared something with. And I said, I didn't break her. I didn't tell anything that was not public. That the only thing of hers I shared was like a map. There at Bull Scout. That was the only thing I shared of hers. I never shared none of her visions or words or anything like that. Just the map.
Uh, so thank you, Mom for Life, for your becoming a member. On the community tab, there's a link to join our members only Discord. Thank you. So Denise, who is Dusty? People are wanting to know who Dusty is. Isn't she just
You want to know who Dusty is?
she's like a
You
psychic?
want me to tell you? You want me to tell you?
Well, in a nice way. She's supposed to be on here tomorrow. So,
Dusty Albritton.
like,
You want me to tell who I say she is?
like, isn't she? I mean, as far as with the Don Wells case,
She she was a hater, hateful hater. There you can be against someone and think somebody is guilty, and then there's just you know things that I think she crossed the line that shouldn't have been, that should never have been crossed publicly by calling him out open on Facebook, and cursing him and threatening him, and she got real ugly, just got real ugly, and I didn't think that was something that should have been publicly done. It's something that maybe she should have talked to him privately about instead of putting it out on Facebook like that, live. And that's where I kind of got turned off to her. Was she just turned ugly, vicious,
Well, okay. I don't know much about her. I have been starting to talk to her recently, but
Guard
so,
your back.
huh?
Guard your back.
Okay. So but you feel like you're absolutely convinced that Prayer Garden is Dusty.
100% positive. Prayer Garden is Dusty Albritton. The things that she has said as Prayer Garden, the tote, and then the tote all of a sudden going from purple to being blue, and just you know, she says stuff as Prayer Garden that she said as Dusty and her anger towards Don. She says the same thing, and I've heard her say it before to him
Well,
on live. So I know it's Dusty. She can deny it all day long, but I know it's Dusty.
have you
I
talked?
recognize
You've talked to him you've talked to Dusty, right?
a
On the
lot.
phone?
Yes, a lot over the phone. Yes, me and Dusty had
They
very long
sound so
conversations.
different, though. They don't sound anything alike,
Uh,
in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
But
Dusty.
she'll be on. She's supposed to be on tomorrow, so I guess we could, people can decide for themselves. I guess.
If it's not Dusty, it's somebody that heard everything Dusty said and is playing off of it. But I mean, Dusty sent money to Dawn. But that. I mean, she sent money to Dawn. She's been to the property. She told me that herself. On Ben Hill.
She's been to her. Have you been to her or have you been to Dawn's and Candace's house?
No, I can't. I have to stay close to my doctors. I can't go out of town. I can't go nowhere like that. I can't even. Yeah. I can't even go visit my family in Alabama because it's too far. I couldn't take the ride with me being terminally ill. There's no way.
Yeah, and I know that you have health issues, and that's why I won't keep you long. Because
no, I'm fine. As long as I'm talking, I'm fine. Yes, I have pulmonary fibrosis and pulmonary sarcoidosis, and I'm on oxygen all the time, and so traveling really puts a hurting on me. So I don't go out of town.
Yeah. People are asking how old you are, but you don't have to share that if you don't want to.
I'll be 65 in December.
Okay. Yeah, she says she's 65 in December. Okay, yes. So what's your feelings about Dawn now? Are you still cool with him?
I would love to talk to Dawn. Because I've told you they're very likable people. I like them as people. I like them. Setting aside the kids, Dawn and Candace as individuals, I truly care about them. I truly do. And Candace has never been nothing but nice to me. Never nothing but nice. Where on the other hand, with Dusty, she's very, very jealous. But as far I would like to talk with them. I want to believe that they're innocent, but my heart tells me they're not innocent.
Yeah.
So,
how long did you speak with Dawn and Candace, or Dawn, or did you talk to both of them?
Yeah, yeah. They sometimes they would be. They always like using the camera, I guess, and I don't like using the camera. And they would always be on camera, and so it would be kind of like we'd all be just talking together, and Candace would chip in what she wanted to chip in, but she was never, ever rude to me, never said anything out of the way to me, always very, very nice, very nice. And, I even called his phone, and she would call him to the phone. I mean, it was nothing, I didn't see that side of Candace if that side exists. I never heard it. because she didn't,
How many months did you speak with Don and Candace?
a lot, a lot. I was speaking to him a lot,
I mean, like, how many? How during what? I mean, was it
probably
a
for
couple months? A
probably
couple
for
months?
a couple of months, 2.5 months, yeah, something about like that,
When
yeah,
you first started talking to them, did they have their sons with
yes.
them?
I started talking to him shortly after Summer was taken or Summer went missing. Yeah.
Okay.
So, um,
Um.
I had sent him a friend request and he accepted it, and we started talking about God and the church and stuff, and then you know um, it just kind of went from there, and but it was
Okay.
never anything inappropriate between us as individuals and our conversation. You know, personally, there was never
Was
nothing like
there
that.
was there an incident when you talked to him where you thought he was naked or something?
The night he was drinking, he was that night he was drinking so bad. I didn't know if he was or not, but he was sitting at the table and he kept leaning back, and drink his whiskey, and I was he didn't have a shirt on,
Uh,
and that's all I saw was he didn't have a shirt on, and I was like, oh God, please don't go any further, I mean. That was something I didn't want to see, but no, I never accused him of being naked. Not him personally. I never said it to him. I may have said it to someone else, and I was afraid he may have been naked,
oh, okay.
But I don't know if he was or not. And he never tried to expose himself or nothing like that. He was drinking and he was throwing back the whiskey bottle, and he would lean real far back in the chair, and I would go, "Oh God, no, don't, no," because I
Did they
wasn't sure
use? Yeah. Did they use drugs that you know of?
that I personally I only know what I have heard
Uh
from
huh.
on Facebook and in groups and on YouTube. I don't have no personal knowledge of anything other than pot. That was Candace smoking it. I didn't.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't know of anything that I've been told by them. No, they've never disclosed that to me. You know, um, other than she would smoke a joint before bed to go to sleep. Is what I was told. My dog.
Thank you, Julie Applewhite. Thank you. What I see. What Kathy Cooper? She's like Ziggy. Like I'm in trouble or something. Thank you, Julie. So Denise. Let's see. What else can we ask? Did you? So how was it shortly after the Mexican mafia thing that you and Don stopped talking?
Yes, Don blocked me. Yeah, it was after that. He thought that I was trying to catch him in a lie, and that's not what I was doing at all. And I had to stress that to him. That is, I, honest to God, was not trying to do that, because if I was trying to do that, it would have scared the hell out of me when he said that.
He thought you were trying to do what? What'd
He
you
thought
say?
I was just trying to catch him, to trick him to where
Oh,
he would admit something. He thought I was just trying to trick him, and he told me that I was just like everybody else. That had been. He said, "I thought you were my friend. I thought we were friends," and and um and I feel bad that he and Candace think that I was trying to trick him, because I wasn't. I was honestly trying to figure out how his version could be true and that Summer was honestly taken. And that was only, I thought, well, maybe if he owed money, or maybe if he crossed somebody, they might have taken Summer to get revenge on him. And I was asking him for that reason, not to try to prove him a liar, or anything like that. Not at all. I feel really bad that it happened. I do. I feel really bad. I mean, him and
well,
Candace were great. At one point I had told him, and Candace said I was trying to find a place of my own and move out again, but because everything was so high, I didn't have the money to do it. And they offered to loan me the money, and I didn't take it. By the way,
wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. They offered to own you, loan you money for what?
to move into my own place.
How much
because I'm
money
living with
were
my
they going
daughter.
to loan you? How much money were they going to loan you?
He named the sum of $3,000, but
Dawn was,
I did not take it. I didn't
I know,
even
I
consider.
know,
I didn't
I
even
know.
consider it. And then the next day, I I don't remember what I was upset about. I was upset about something, and I called him and Candace, and Candace was, they were there in the room together, and she was like, "What does she need? What is something wrong? Is she okay? What does she need?" And that's when I knew that they really did care for me as a person, as a friend, and I just hate that what happened. That that he felt I was trying to hurt him by asking questions, and that's not what I was doing.
So there was a time that they offered you $3,000.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Don
And I
named
know
the
you
sum.
didn't take it. I'm not saying you took it because it's just
No,
important to hear the
no,
money because where would they have $3,000?
exactly. And I wasn't even tempted. I knew that was
Not that that's a crazy amount.
an inappropriate bridge all the way around. No,
I mean, that's not a crazy amount of money or anything. It's just that
it's
I
me.
thought, well, yeah, but to loan that out
And to
to
them, it's
somebody,
yeah. I mean,
loan it out, that's to somebody
yeah. I
that's a
was
lot.
before the boys got taken. I was getting school supplies and school clothes for the boys because I didn't know their circumstances financially because we didn't never discuss that until that night. And I told them I was going to send the boys their school supplies and some school clothes because I wanted the boys to start off school like all the other children with everything they were supposed to have on their first day. But the
Right.
boys got taken before I could send the stuff. So
So Denise, another lady named Denise. Thank you for super chatting. Thank you. She asked, "Has Dawn ever asked you for money?"
no, no, never, not
Okay.
ever. No, no. The
What
only
do
thing
you?
God ever asked me for was prayers,
Okay.
and that's the truth.
Um, and it says they're wanting to know what you think happened to Summer.
What I think happened,
Yeah,
my,
your
no,
theory.
I think that there. I think if they had any part in it, I think it was maybe probably an accident. I don't think they would intentionally ever hurt Summer. Um, Myself, I don't think they would. I think there may have been an accident, and I kind of feel like maybe she might have fell down the stairs going into the basement or something. I don't know, and that's why Candace come back up, you know, really upset, and
Right.
I don't know. That's what I think. It may have been an accident, and they didn't know what to do, and so they hit her or put her somewhere.
Right.
I mean, if they had a hand in it, I'd rather it be something like that than anything they did intentionally to hurt her. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not to physically. I wouldn't want to think that they intentionally physically caused anything to happen to Summer. It's much easier for me to think it maybe was an accident. So. But Don does have a point. I've done some research, and there is a lot of children missing from the eastern side of Tennessee. A lot,
Yeah. Did
over 200.
wow. Did Dawn and Candace drink every night?
No, not to my knowledge. No, no.
Would you talk daily?
Um, there would be sometimes that we would talk a few days in a row, but then there would be some days that we didn't talk. So
Did you see any kind of abuse on animals?
the only thing I seen that upset me, okay, and this is the thing about you were talking about the cat. That cat got brought up. There's
Yeah.
a there's this thing that is sold. I don't know where you buy it, but I saw it on their Facebook page, and I had seen it was before somewhere else, before I ever met them, before Summer ever vanished. And it's like a cardboard dog or cut out or something like that, and it has a firecracker stuck up its butt,
Yep.
and it was cardboard. And that's the only thing I ever saw. That's the only thing I ever saw, and it upset me. I never said nothing to them about it. This is the first time I have said anything about it, because I just felt that was not a good thing to have. So,
What was it? No, it was
it was cardboard. I think it was probably like a cardboard dog. It was not a real dog.
uh,
And it's one that you put like a sparkler or a firecracker or something like that in the rear of it, and it looks like you got the dog's butt is blowing out sparks. Yeah, that's the only. But that don't mean they abused animals. That just means they had a bad sense of humor.
yeah. All right. Sorry, I was reading a text. Let's see. I'm on. Thank you, Mary Deethy, for. Are you? So are you still? Some people think that you might be like sticking up for Dawn, or do you feel like you are?
I care about them as people. I care. They were my friends. They are. They're still my friends in my heart. They're still my friends. Because we talked about other stuff other than just summer. We shared, church. We talked about scripture. We talked. We talked. I asked him about advice to fix my car. Stuff that friends talk about. So yeah, you just don't when you have an incident that somebody don't kill me. when you have an incident that you stop speaking, just because you stop speaking don't mean you stop caring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm.
How would you be in if Dusty is wanting to maybe come up? Would that be okay, or do you?
I don't care, but I'm not gonna hold back.
Okay, no, I'm not asking you to hold back. I'm not. I just, I think that she'll.
That'll be fine because I'm not saying anything that's not true, and she knows that.
No,
And
I
if she said,
haven't said anything. I don't think anything bad, except that you believe that she's prayer garden.
I
But
do believe she's prayer garden. If she's not prayer garden, then she's coaching whoever is.
yeah,
Because they're saying the same exact, almost word for word, what I have heard Dusty say to Dawn.
okay, well, I just wanted to make sure it was okay before
It's your show.
Because she was supposed to come on tomorrow, but maybe we'll see. I don't know. She might just come up for a little bit. Let's see. I'll go ahead and send her a link and see if she wants to. Let's see if I can figure it out.
And another reason is Dusty likes to say that she's all godly and she won't do tarot cards, but she does angel cards, and that it would be very easy for her to come up with the name Prayer Garden. That would be something Dusty would use, in my opinion.
Well, when she comes up, I think that people will be able to. We'll see. I mean, I don't.
And nobody else has talked about. Nobody else had a vision of a tote, except for Dusty.
Boy, did you know that Dawn came? You know that Dawn came on here yesterday, right?
Yeah, I was
I thought I
listening.
told you. Yeah. He mentioned we asked him about that tote,
Uh-huh.
and about that whole
He said there's a lot of blue totes.
well,
Yeah,
the
I
baby
heard.
doll thing where he put a baby doll in a tote to play a
Yeah,
trick and act like he had found
the baby.
Summer or something. It was really not a good.
No, but this was before that. I think Dawn does stuff. I think Dawn does stupid shit. When people start saying stupid shit, and Dawn says, "Oh, I'll show them." We'll just pull this prank, and it's never a good prank that they pull. It's always something that blows the heck up and gets everybody heated. They don't know how. They just. I don't know what they just pull stupid bad bad, tasteless, cruel pranks. You
So,
know.
did you ever? Dusty's on now. Hey, Dusty. Well, I can't hear. We can't hear you right now, Dusty. I don't know if you have your mic turned off, but.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, there she is. There she is. Hey, I'm doing
Hey.
good. Yeah, I'll slow chat, guys. Sorry, I didn't think that we'd have as many in chat tonight, but yeah, I'll go ahead and slow it. So, anyways, I don't know what to. Dusty, are you prayer garden?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, I don't feel
I
like.
don't know who she is. Like I talked with you, I was 1,000% convinced it was Denise. So I did apologize to Prayer Garden. I did apologize to Prayer Garden last night. You know, I gave her my apologies.
Well, hell, thanks a lot. You know, no, I'm not prayer garden. I wouldn't come. I would use
I
the name
apologize to Prayer Garden.
Hell's Kitchen or something. I don't know. No.
I apologize to Prayer Garden.
Y'all aren't the only ones that thought I was prayer garden. You know, Benny Keys called me wanting to know if I was prayer garden, and I hadn't even been on YouTube. I've been off YouTube for about a couple of weeks now, 3 weeks, and I never knew nothing about prayer garden until 2 days ago, when I found out everybody thought I was prayer garden. So, but it's not me.
Yeah, well, I'm woman enough to apologize to Prayer Garden. Now, I'm going to apologize for accusing you as well for being Prayer Garden, but I will not apologize for the 25th for blocking you.
You know, I don't owe you no apology, Dusty. Maybe I owe you an apology for using your map, but your map is the only thing I used, and your map had done been posted publicly on Facebook, and that's the only thing I used. And you know that.
That's not what angered me. What angered me was that you was going behind my back to Raven or the other quote named psychics that are out there. Look, I don't go as a psychic. I saw your stuff up there yesterday that you was writing, and I was holding my tongue. You already know that I have a gift, and it's called a gift.
Dusty, your gift is taking whatever you call around, and other people have said this. You find out. You dig into other people's information. You find out what they're saying and what they're thinking, and all of a sudden you have a vision. And Dusty, when you do the ghost box, when you do the ghost box, Dusty, when you do the ghost box, you ask it a question, and as soon as it answers, you interpret what it's saying. You don't give nobody else a chance to actually hear it. You always say what it says.
Yeah, you know? I do, because I'm listening to what it's saying.
You're a phony.
No.
You're fake. You're a phony.
You are the one that was going up behind my back and giving them the information, and they were running with it.
Everything was then
That's why why you got blocked by Dawn and Candace. I sent a message. Ziggy, you can share the message. I sent a message to Dawn and Candace warning them about you and what you was doing.
Oh my God.
That's why you got blocked by Dawn and Candace.
I know why I got blocked by Dawn and Candace, and it had nothing to do with you.
It did. It had a lot to do with it. It had a lot to do with that.
There you go. Pat yourself on the back. Make yourself look like a big girl. Pat yourself on the back, Dusty. You're a phony.
The good part about it is you were saying that I'm in love with Dawn.
You're in love with Dawn. You are in love with Dawn. You got a thing for him. You've got a thing for him. You sent him money. You sent him money. You've been to the property.
Send him money to help, and it was for him and Candace. It wasn't just money. It was for the Wells family. The Wells family.
Yeah.
That includes Candace.
Who else out here accusing him of murdering his daughter and then moving her body from place to place to place to place? She would send him money. Good Lord, Dusty, give me a break. If you really thought all that shit, you would send him money.
August 9th?
And then
was
you
it
went
on
to
the
the
same
property.
page
You've been
August
to the
9th?
property.
I actually have the chat.
You've been to the property. Oh yeah, I'm sure you did. Oh yeah,
I've never been to Tennessee.
I agreed with
I've
all
been to Virginia. I've never been to Tennessee.
That's not what you told me.
I never told you that.
You told me you were at the driveway. Oh yes, ma'am, you did.
No, I didn't.
You're a liar.
No, I've gone via mobile.
Do you think
you're a liar?
You think she meant that? You think that she meant that
Okay.
she was on the phone?
No, she was at the bottom of Don and Candace's driveway. She told me that herself.
Because she told me about an
So
incident where
Dusty, you're a liar. Either you lied and told me you was there, had been there, or you're
I
lying.
have never been to Tennessee.
Then you lied and said
Never.
you went. Then you lied and said you went. Either way, you're a
I
liar.
never told you I've gone to
Either way,
Tennessee.
you're a
You must be
liar.
talking to somebody else.
Either way,
Now,
you're
I'll
a
put my
liar.
hand
You
on the
lied.
Bible and tell you I have not been to
Oh,
Tennessee.
please. Oh, please. Oh, yeah, Dusty. You're so righteous. You're so righteous. You got that man on Facebook and told him, I will fucking destroy you.
I
You
did.
remember? You remember? Did you
I
do that,
did.
Dusty? I will fucking destroy you, you told him. I will get
I
you.
don't use the F word. I've
Okay.
never used the F
You best
word.
go back. You best go back to that night that you had your little triple tantrum. You best go back, Dusty.
Yeah, but I never used the F word.
put
I
that
just
man
put it out there
beyond
how it
belief. I'm
is.
surprised
It's up
you
there
didn't.
still.
I'm
I've
surprised you
never
didn't get
removed any
charges
of my
brought up on
stuff
you. If you hate somebody so much, Dusty, why do you send him money?
because that's what God told me to do. So I did it, just like He's told me to send to other people, and I do it
Yeah.
because I do it out of the goodness of my heart.
hold on. I just want to say, TJ Coffee, thank you so much for becoming a member. The link to the community or the members only Discord is on the community tab. Sorry, guys. I didn't know. I'm sorry that you guys are arguing.
We're not
I'm
arguing.
sorry
I'm
too
not
because I don't
No,
like
no,
drama, but
Dusty, I
I mean
will
this.
commend you for this.
I
I will
haven't
commend you.
spoken to her
I
since
will
the
commend you for
24th,
this.
and this is why the
You
25th. This is why.
you do send money to EquiSearch faithfully, and you do it.
I did send money
You
to
do it
EquiSearch. I have
live,
it up there
and
on
you
my
do it
page.
live. And I commend you for that, Dusty. That is, I really do. From my heart, I'm telling you, I appreciate that, and I recognize that you do that, and you do it live. When you say you're going to send it, you send it live right there on camera, and I appreciate that. But you love EquiSearch. They're good people, but you're saying, John and Candace are
I did the
murderers.
same thing for. I did the same thing for Mr. Wells and Miss Wells. I
But
sent them money.
Dusty, what does the
I'm
Bible
not
say?
here to judge
What does the
them. I've
Bible say
never
about
judged them.
if you think they're evil and they're murderers? What does the Bible say to do? The
I've
Bible
never
says
judged them.
you're not supposed to be around. You're not supposed to associate with them. You're supposed to, you know, sleep. Be away from. Don't associate yourself with any appearances of evil or wrongdoing, and
But
sending that
God also
money.
says that you're not to judge anybody and you're supposed to love everybody.
He don't say. He
And
don't
even
say
if they've
send him
done wrong, you're
$100.
supposed to be there for them
Yeah,
and
he says you're
support
supposed to
them.
love it. Even the sinners, you're supposed to love the sinners. But that don't mean you give them $100.
So who cares if I gave him $100? Is what God told me to do. It came from my heart. And a lot of
There's a
people
lot that
actually
comes from
helped
your
me.
heart towards Don.
A lot of people helped me that night to get that $100. And what comes from my heart is love. I don't have hate in my heart. I never have.
Okay.
But whenever you double cross me, that's whenever you
I
get
didn't
blocked.
double cross you, Dusty.
But I also have a text where you claimed that you was on my team, and you was never on my team. I never had you on my team.
So you went psycho.
Hold on. Who is timing out? Why was Love and Light timed out? I don't want people timed out for silly stuff, please. I don't. We have yeah, I don't like that. I like a open chat. Only if there's like name calling, like the guest on panel and stuff like that. I don't care what's said about me. Doxing, stuff like that. But please don't time people out. I've got a lot of emails about that lately, and that is starting to piss me off. Sorry guys for interrupting. I do want to say thank you to
you're fine, Ziggy. You're fine. I understand.
You remember the conversation when you drug Ernie Shell into it to try to make yourself look like you had done something? You said, "Oh, I've got somebody that is a professional in finding lost children. Also, the FBI is coming to search." And you remember that, Dusty?
I do, and I actually have all that in email from you, how you was downing
But
him and
they
everything
didn't
else.
show
You
up,
doubted
Dusty.
him.
The only person that showed up was Ernie Shell. Did you check
It don't
Ernie Shell
matter.
out?
But
Did you
listen,
check
he's the
Ernie
only
Shell
one that
out?
came.
Please?
Yeah,
Did you check him out?
I'm not
Did you
gonna,
check him out
I'm
before you
not
hired him?
going to dox him. I'm not gonna say anything bad about Predator Hunter.
I don't
Because at
want
the
to say
time
nothing bad
we
about him. I want
needed,
to say the truth about
at
it.
the
He's
time
a
that
con
we needed
man.
somebody to search
He's
Bull's
a con
Gap, they
man,
jumped on
Dusty.
it. They
He's a
jumped
con
on it and they
man.
went out and looked.
He's a con
Look,
man.
I'm not judging them. I'm not affiliated. I
He's a
asked for
con
help.
man.
They came out and
He's a
they looked. I didn't know
Dusty.
anything about them,
Dusty. It's
but
a
I'm not going to
racetrack.
judge them.
Dusty. It's a racetrack where they have families there every weekend. There's going to be toys. There's going to be shoes. There's going to be socks. There's going to be stuff like that around.
So is that why when you sent me the text that Don was totally freaking him out about Bull's Gap, that we're on to him about
You're
the
the
zip
one that
ties?
you're the
I've
one
got
that
that
said
up there
Don was
too.
sitting there.
That's
You're the one that
Ziggy.
said
You was
Don.
telling me that.
You're the one that said Don was sitting at 5:30 on that day in Bulls Gap with Summer.
Do what?
Remember, you said the lady contacted you and you verified it that she was that you knew her. She was saying that Don had been seen in Bulls Gap at 5:30 with Summer in the
It
truck
was at
alive.
3:30. It was no.
Well,
That
you
was
said
supposedly on the 15th. That
okay.
Summer was seen at 5:30, not in Bull's Gap by the fairground.
What do you think? Okay, that's not what you said.
Yes, it is.
Um,
And
I
then all
also
of a
have
sudden,
the text that I texted the lady
then
with.
all of a sudden, you've got Don in the Dollar General in Bulls Gap
I
buying
do.
bleach and Lysol.
I sure do. I got the text from that too, and it was turned over to the
You got
TBI.
You got a text. Did you see it for yourself?
Was it you part of it? Following him as well? Was it you part of that? Texting him saying that he's offline for 2 hours or 3 hours?
What?
I have that in text. Wasn't you part of that as well?
I'm not understanding what you're saying.
And well, I shared what I got from the person that they saw Don Wells
Right.
at that time at 3:30. I turned it over to the TBI for them to investigate Don Wells there.
Uh-huh.
You also, in return, was talking about going somewhere else, and that you tried calling Don Wells and his phone had been off for 2 hours. I actually had that verified through somebody else that Candace Wells was also trying to call.
And I did call
husband
TBI.
and
I called TBI that time. Do you remember what it was about, Dusty? Do you remember what it was about? It was when Frank Light's red pickup truck showed up on the satellite picture where we were looking. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and that
Okay.
night that you
And
told me
Don
that
got
Don
all
was
of
going out
and
crazy
I
looking and
called
knocking on everybody's door.
and they were searching out at the Fallen Branch or what was the name of that road they were out on out there where Frank Light lives? Fallen Branch, Broken Arrow, I don't know, something like that. I don't know what it is. And we was thinking maybe he was a suspect because is a registered sex offender. And I told I called Don. I was talking to Don on the phone and Candace, and I told them about Frank Light and how he had the red truck and all of that. And they hopped in the car to go by Mace to go confront Frank Light.
That's
And they
what
cut
they
the
told
damn
you.
and cut the phone off. So what did I do? I called TBI and told TBI that I had told Don about Frank Light and that him and Candace were on their way to his house with Mace to try to get him to confess. You know why I did that, Dusty? I did it because I care about Don and Candace and didn't want
I
them to
also have
happen.
the email that I sent to Don and Candace telling them not to do that they could get in trouble. So you act like you care. I also care.
They did though, Dusty. And I called TBI because when they talked to me on video from the car heading to Frank Light's house, I was concerned for their safety. You don't go on somebody's doorstep with Mace and call them out for murdering your daughter.
Do you think I didn't send an email to Don neither, telling him not to do it, that is not the way? I have the email and I've got the proof.
Does it
That I
matter?
sent to him not
Does
to
it
do it.
matter? I mean, it was done.
I mean, you're bringing it up.
Hey, Denise.
Yeah,
Denise.
yeah. Because you make it sound like nobody else.
You make it like I don't care, but I do care. Ziggy would like to ask you a question.
I was
Sorry,
just
Ziggy.
wondering if no. She.
Oops.
Oh. I don't know what happened. There she is. I don't know what happened. Hey, Denise.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, you're back. People are still convinced that you're prayer garden.
Oh my God, I'm not prayer garden.
Thank you, Barbara.
No,
I'm trying to
not.
contact.
Jesse, no, I'm not. I swear to God, I am not prayer garden. I am not prayer
I'm
garden.
trying to contact prayer garden right now.
It's
And I'm
not
gonna have you guys
me.
on at the same time, and it's gonna be people are gonna be like,
Jesse, prayer garden
it's
has a
gonna be
little bit of
definitely
a
Jerry
northern
Springer if we
accent.
have prayer garden on too.
I'm not prayer garden. I have no idea who she is. I thought
And
she
I'm
was
not prayer
you.
garden.
I don't care.
Damn, I wish I was prayer garden. Dusty, I'm trying to
Now
set me
I'm
up
getting.
a damn
Now
channel
I'm
and
getting.
can't get past first base. I mean, come on.
Now I'm getting texts that people think that Dusty is Jenna.
I'm not Jenna. I'm not Jenna.
Now you sound more like Jenna than you do prayer garden, but
I'm not
But
her.
Dusty,
I love
if you're
Jenna to
not
death,
prayer
but I'm
garden,
not Jenna. I am
if
not
you're
her. I promise.
if you're not prayer garden, Dusty, then whoever is prayer garden, and you have to admit this, is saying almost word for word what you said to Don previously. That's why
Mine
I
has been
thought you were prayer.
on.
That's why I thought you were
When
prayer
I've
garden.
spoken to Don,
Because
when I
Ziggy,
have
what did I
spoken to
say
Don,
to
I've
you?
spoken on FaceTime with him like 3
Ziggy, what did
times.
I say to you? I said the only woman I know that has been brazen enough, you know, to talk to Don that way is Dusty. Did I not say that to you, Ziggy?
yeah,
That that
you said that you're convinced that Dusty's
that
prayer garden, but
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think either
Because
one of you guys are. But I am trying
he
to get a
said it
hold of
almost word
her,
for word the
and
same
she's not
thing.
answering. So I
So
don't know.
maybe it's
Now,
not
I
me.
did have my Facebook open for a while, and just lately I have closed it down, and so nobody can get in.
Well,
But so
I'm not
all
on
that
Facebook.
information was out there. I've
It's
put it
not
out there
me.
since day one.
It's not me. I don't know what I had to do to prove it's not me. It's not. Well, she was
Well,
there
I know
last
you're
night
not prayer
talking.
garden. I know your
Wait,
voice, and
She was while she was talking last night. I was sending text. I was messaging and writing. Remember last night? Check it. Check it. Go back and look at last night's post. I was posting back to back almost at times.
yeah, because you was tearing me up
So how
in
can
the
I have been
chat,
prayer
so
garden?
I saw
How
it,
can I have
and
been
she
prayer
was in the
garden
chat.
and posted at the same time? You know, I don't know how to. Justin, you know I'm not that slick on computer. You know that. You know I'm not. I wouldn't. I don't even know how to be on the phone and do that at the same time. Come on.
I don't know. I don't know what to say because I mean you called me a liar like 20 times, and I don't
Well,
lie.
yeah.
I've never lied to anybody, and I have no reason to lie to anybody.
Dusty, I didn't take your content. That's a lie. Yeah, you
You
said
didn't do
that.
what?
I did not take your content. I did not, Dusty. What anything that I mentioned had been put out there publicly on Facebook by you.
But it
So
was going out to the other
how is
ones.
that
And
betraying
then
you
there
if
is a
you have not
text,
put it out there yourself?
but there is a text that I got from somebody that you had went to them and said that you are on my team and that you have a gift, and you wanted to see if they had went somewhere.
Uh huh. I don't know
But
who
I've
you're
never
talking.
had you on my team.
Yeah, that's not what you're saying. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
true though? You were sending texts to people saying that you was on my team.
Dusty, at the
Is it
time you were
true?
at the
Denise,
time
is that true?
at the time were you not sharing information and asking me questions and what I thought, and then all of a sudden, when you found out certain things, then all of a sudden you didn't need Denise no more. Once
It
you got
wasn't about not
everybody,
needing Denise no more. It was about
hands on
Denise
deck,
was going behind my back.
once you
It
got
wasn't
actual hands
about,
on deck
listen,
or feet on the
Miss
ground,
Denise, it wasn't
then
about not needing
Roswell,
you no
you
more.
didn't need
It
Denise no
was
more.
because you went behind my back.
Oh, please,
That's why I didn't need you
please.
no more.
Okay. It was
That's why I
public
blocked you.
knowledge,
And then you
Jesse.
called me and I
It
tried
was
to explain
fucking
that you
public
got really
knowledge.
aggressive with me. So I
It
just
was
hung up on
fucking
you.
public knowledge. It was public knowledge. You had done
I
put it out
understand
there
it was public
yourself
knowledge,
on
but
Facebook.
you was going back, and I've got the text messages.
So
You were
what if I
going
talk to
back
somebody?
and forth.
So what if I talk to somebody? So look at what you had done. Put the information
Please
out
don't
there
use the F word
yourself
on me.
publicly.
Please don't use the F word on me because I'm not using it on you. I've never
Dusty,
lied to you. I have never lied to you, and I did trust you with a lot of information.
and
But
and
once
and I
you
and
started
a lot
going
of your
back and
information,
forth,
a lot of
and
your
then you're saying
information.
that I'm in love with Dawn, and
Yes, I
that's
think
not
you're
the truth.
infatuated with Don Wells. Yes, I think you
Why
are.
do you think that she's in love with
I
Dawn?
think you just because when I
I
told her,
don't think I'm
when
in
I
love
told
with him
her,
either.
when I told her that Don had told me that he thought he loved me, and I kept saying as a mother, as a mother. Then when I
There was
told
never
Dusty,
anything about as a mother.
about that, excuse me, when I told Dusty about that, Dusty said, well, he told me he loves me. She got, she got, she got shitty about it, you know.
I got the text messages where you're saying that he loved you. And where he said that he
Right?
loved me was as a sister in Christ.
No, Dusty,
It's
we were
I
on the
actually had
phone.
that on
We were on
recording
the
whenever we
phone.
were hanging up and we were talking about God and Jesus. He says,
We were on
Dusty,
the,
I love you as a
we
sister
were
in
on
Christ.
the
And I said the
phone.
same thing. I love
We were
you,
on.
Dawn. Doesn't mean that we have a connection, doesn't mean that we have anything. It's just simply
Oh my
a
god.
love that is
You
unconditional
know,
of loving somebody in Christ. That
Hey
doesn't
y'all.
mean that I want the man.
Jenna's up to prove that she's not
Dusty.
Dusty.
Yeah, I'm not Dusty.
I'm not Jenna
Hi,
either.
Jenna.
Hey, Dusty.
Good
I
to
Hey,
hear
wanted to
you.
hold a
Denise.
prayer garden just so we could like settle this once and for all, but you know,
I
maybe
mean, I'm not prayer garden. I mean, come on. Dusty, you know I'm not prayer garden. You know I'm
Yeah,
not
you
I
Dusty.
still
come
you
up
sound
here
a little
because I don't
different,
want to
but
be in. I don't want to be in drama.
I'm
Listen,
not. If I haven't been in drama,
you was
me
accusing me
saying
of
I'm
being
not
prayer
prayer garden.
garden. That's the reason I came up here because you was accusing me. You were 1,000% sure I
Yeah,
was prayer
because
garden.
what she says is almost word for word for what you said to Don, and I heard you say it to him. Yeah,
You didn't hear me say anything to him other than what was on my lives.
exactly.
And I
That's
wasn't
what I'm
talking face
saying.
to face with him.
Exactly.
And when I was talking
Exactly.
face to face, my team heard,
Uh
but
huh.
not you. You wasn't on
Yeah,
my
I heard
team.
it, Dusty. I heard it.
You
I
was
was
not
there.
on my
I was.
team. You was not
Dusty,
on my team.
you
You did
did
not
it on
hear it.
freaking Facebook, open Facebook, Dusty.
That's a
You
different
did.
story. I'm not talking
Well,
to him
well,
on
so I
Facebook,
heard you. So I heard you.
but I'm not talking to him. I'm
No,
like
you were
addressing
talking to
him,
him.
but
You were
he's
talking.
not able to
Okay.
talk back to me. So I'm not talking to him like that.
Oh, come on,
Talking to
Dusty.
him where he's
Don't
able
split,
to
don't
address
split hairs
me.
like that.
I'm talking to him in a
No,
private
you're picking.
room with my
No,
people.
Dusty. No, you're picking hairs now.
I
Whether
am.
you said it, whether he was
Now,
on the
if I
line
go
or
on
not,
a
don't make no
live
damn
on
difference.
Facebook,
You said
how
it.
am I going to talk with him, Miss
You said
Denise?
it. You said it.
How am I going to talk with him on Facebook on a
Whether
live where everybody
whether
is
or not, if he
watching?
was on the live or not, you said it directly at him, calling
What did
him
I
out,
say?
and telling him you were going to get him. Telling you, Dusty, don't split
Yes,
hairs like
that's
that. It
true.
don't matter if he
On
was
a
on the damn
live,
live or not.
because
You
there's a
fucking
couple
said
of
it.
them where I'm
You fucking said
frustrated.
it. It don't matter if he
You
was
don't
on
have
the
to say
live or
the F
not.
word.
You
You don't have to
fucking
say
said
the
it.
F word. All my lives are still up there. I have not removed any of them. None of them. Everything that I've talked about summer, because I'm here for summer and Bun here for summer. I'm not here to fight with you. I'm not here to fight with anybody. I'm not here to fight with Dawn or Candace. I'm not here to fight with the county of Tennessee.
Then
I'm
why
here
then
to
why did you
find
get
that
angry and
baby.
say those things
That's
to him?
why I am here. But you got to weed out the people that are doing you wrong.
Yeah,
Get with
like
the
you,
people that are doing you
like
right,
you,
so you
like
can
you.
have a
You're like a
what's the
high
word I'm
school
looking
girl, Dusty. You're like a high school girl. You'll be friends with somebody until you think a better friend comes along. You know.
It's not about being friends with somebody. It's about when somebody does something wrong and it doesn't look right. and
What
that
you
person
pulled
is
in
hurting
Bull's
them
Gap was
behind their
wrong.
back,
What you
usually that
pulled in
person
Bull's Gap.
walks away.
What you pulled in Bull's Gap was wrong, and you know that. Bringing Ernie Shell into it was wrong. A freaking ass con man. Did you even check
I
him
don't
out?
know anything about them, but he
Maybe you
came
should.
to the
Maybe
beacon
you should
call
have
when we
before
needed
you drug
somebody
him
to
into it.
search
Maybe
because
you
we
should
couldn't
have.
get Hawkins
Maybe you
County to
should have.
search.
Maybe you should have before you drug him into it,
I
Dusty.
didn't see you out there, boots in the ground. I didn't see you making the beck and call to
Dusty,
anybody.
Dusty, you know I'm not capable of doing that.
Okay,
You know
but
I
you're
can't.
accusing
You
me
know I
about
can't.
checking out and vetting.
Dusty,
He's
you
the only
know.
person that offered to search. I'm
Dusty,
going to
you.
jump on it.
Dusty, you know I am not physically able to go to the Biscola. You know
Okay,
that.
but you're calling me out about how I should have did this and how I should have did that.
It's
I'm not in
stupid,
Tennessee
Dusty.
neither.
Come
I've
on.
never been to
Hold on.
Tennessee like
On
you
the live,
claim
on
that I
the
have.
you were saying, oh, they found her. They found the tote, but we can't get Dusty. If they can find the
I
tote,
never
if
said
they
they
can see
found
it,
the tote.
if they see, oh my God.
I never said they found
You
the
got
tote. I
brain.
said they found
Oh,
a
they're
hole
gonna come
for
back
the tote in
tomorrow
the bay.
they're gonna come back tomorrow with somebody different that can get down in the gully and get it out.
They said we found a hole that was the size of a tote. That was what was said, that a tote was just removed out of it.
Okay, and then the tote was purple, and then all of a sudden it changed to blue.
Well,
Oops, I forgot I was muted. Per Garden, if you're in here, can you please answer your phone so we can settle this once and not for all? Please, I'm starting to think Per Garden thinks this is funny.
I think so too.
I don't
She's
know.
sitting back there laughing.
but
not
can I ask you a question, Denise?
I'm
Aren't you gifted
I
as
can prove
well?
right now. Wait.
Aren't
You know
you
how I can
gifted
prove?
as
I can
well?
prove right now I'm not prayer garden. Right now. Dusty, am I physically capable of traveling to Rogersville? You know, honest. You tell the truth.
Well, Per Garden hasn't been there either, according to her.
I thought
You
she had.
sound different than her, but no.
I've never been to Tennessee.
Okay, well, did I say you? I said
You
prayer
did
garden.
say I've been to Tennessee up to his
Yeah, you told me.
private.
Oh no!
Dusty.
Oh
You
no!
said
Guess who's calling? Guess who's calling?
prayer garden. Oh.
No. Hello?
Oh.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, does she? Okay. Does she want to go on right now? All right. I'll send the link.
Oh,
You know who's up there right now? Up here on the live right now? Do you want to go on right now, or do you want to wait till some people come down? Well, Jenna's up, but she's not talking much. It's Dusty and Denise.
Don, am I prayer garden? Ask Don if I'm prayer garden.
Okay, hold on. All right. So you want it to be Jenna and yourself?
Don. First of all, am I prayer garden?
Well, I'll send you guys the link, okay? Yeah, that's. But are you okay with if
I
Denise
don't
and
mind.
Dusty are up there, if they just are quiet?
I just want to know why Jenna lied so much that she lost.
Okay, well here, let me send you the link so it's easier that way. All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Bye. Guys, okay, we're gonna have to. Candace is coming up, so we're gonna have to like.
You need to put me on mute because I don't know
Does
how to do it.
Don and Candace know who prayer garden is?
So I'm gonna. Yeah. Hold on. Let
Jenna,
me.
good luck.
No, it's okay. God's got me. I'm not going to be disrespectful because I know what I did was wrong.
Amen. Got to your girlfriend.
So hold on. If I can. I need to send him the link for. So yeah, I'm gonna mute Dusty and Denise if that's okay. And
You're
Perfectly fine, Ziggy.
And if
That's fine.
yeah, so if You have to go at any time. Yeah, just let's let Candace and Jenna talk. I mean, maybe it will. Candace seemed to be talking calm, so.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fuss with Candace. I'm not gonna disrespect her.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I've already slowed down the chat, guys. It's like way down. Hold on. I can slow it more since now supposedly Candace and Dawn are coming up. Let me see here. I'm still waiting for, I mean, they're supposedly coming up though. I don't know if that's, I mean, we're still waiting, so we'll see. Now I have oh gosh, this is crazy, guys. You can't make this stuff up. No, I did not. Is he coming or what? Let me all right. Let me make sure I don't know. Maybe they are just bullshitting. I don't know. Maybe they changed their mind.
Who knows?
No, I mean, I would really want to talk to Candace if she wants to come up and talk to me. I mean, there's no disrespect there at all. I mean, she won't talk to me on Facebook, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it says so KDB, thank you. It says bring up Sissy with Denise to prove finally they aren't the same person. Make it happen. I have been trying to get a hold of her garden this whole time, and I don't know why she wouldn't want to settle it, but I wish she would. You know? But I don't know. We can continue until I guess if Candace comes up. I don't know what's going on. I sent them the link twice. So, but you guys probably you can't hear very well when it's just on speakerphone. She needs to be up on panel, I think. Could you guys hear her when she was talking?
Yeah, I could hear her.
Barely. I could barely hear her. I mean, I could
really
hear bits
quiet.
and pieces, but I could barely hear her.
I could barely hear her, but I do want to hear her. You know?
Same.
Sissy's in chat. If she's in chat, like I would love for her to call me so I can prove right now that to everybody that she is not Denise and vice versa.
Is Sissy Prayer Garden the same person?
Yeah.
See, I would know that if I was her. I didn't know that. I thought Sissy was somebody totally different. Because I never heard of her either.
Well, Dawn was on here for a few hours last night. So, I mean, I mean, as far as fooling, what do you mean about fooling? You think like maybe Prayer Garden and Denise are fooling us? I really don't think they're the same person, guys.
No, I'm not. But you know, if people were to think that, it don't matter to me because I don't know nobody personally. You know, if they want to think it, let them think it. But I'm not. You know, so
is Molly in the chat? Molly Golightly right now? Hold on. I'm gonna. Let me find where she is.
Dusty, how many times?
You guys can continue. I'll call Dawn here in a second and see what's going on if they don't come up.
Dusty, when we were talking, wasn't there a lot of times I had to ask you how to pull something up and how to do something on the Facebook or on the computer because I didn't know how because I'm not that good at stuff like that?
Yes,
Do you
ma'am,
remember?
you did. Yes.
Okay. All right. I've been trying to set me up a YouTube channel. I have. You know how far I've gotten in 2.5 weeks? I got a red D. That's all I've got is a red D. I can't figure out how to go no further. There's no way. Does Prayer Garden have a page or anything? I don't know.
She did for a second, but
I don't know how to do none of that stuff. Ask Benny Keys. Okay, I've been begging him to try to help me set it up because I don't know how to do that stuff. It's not that I'm not smart; it's just that I'm not computer smart. So, but if people want to think I'm Prayer Garden, think I'm Prayer Garden. But I would never talk to Don like that. Never would I talk to Don and Candace like that. Never.
So I just reached Molly. I just want to say though that we don't really, we let opinions here. Like, I don't care. I let people say whatever they want about me. I don't care about that. But, you know, the name calling others or doxing, of course, we time that out. I'm trying to have like an open panel or open discussion, like channel with all opinions. So I don't block for opinions or people talking shit to me. It's whatever.
Hey guys, how's everybody? Sorry. Oh my gosh, you're so cool.
Anyways, so I guess we could get back to what. Should I just try to call? I'll just call him again, I guess. I'll try calling him.
Yeah,
call
try
Don
calling
and
them and see if they'll
see.
answer.
Maybe he called just to tell me that Candace wants to come up, but maybe they changed their minds.
Well,
What's that in the background? Hey, is she coming up or? Yeah, she. Oh, they sent it to voicemail. So he does his voicemail. It says hello. It makes you think you're talking to him. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but that kind of like, do you think it was possibly done on purpose to like throw us off or what?
Maybe. You know how they can play their little games. At least it
No,
wasn't
I would
nothing.
love to talk to Candace.
I hear myself talking in the background. Somebody has YouTube on.
I don't know. I'm on my phone.
I'm guilty. I was trying to pull it up. I wanted to see what the feed. I wanted to follow it. It was
You
me. I'm
should be
guilty.
able to see chat anyways without
I
having to.
couldn't figure out how to cut the feedback off, so I closed it. I didn't know. See, guys, I really don't know how to do that stuff. I'm on my cell phone, okay?
Well,
I wish I did. You know. And after I got there at the VA today, I went to my daughter's work and tried to set it up on the big computer there. I never got past nothing.
well, thank you, Barb. I appreciate that. We can try calling Sissy one more time. I mean, I've called her a bunch just so we can get her on. Yeah, I feel like that by Dawn calling. I feel like it was done on purpose. I don't know. Maybe I should have just let him talk on speakerphone, but you can't hear
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, if I was Prayer Garden, would you be getting some feedback off of that phone ringing or something?
If you were like near that phone. But I do know this. Like, I know, like, I hear kids in the background when I talk to Prayer Garden.
Jesse, I got my 10-year-old grandson here is all I've got, and he stays on the computer in the kitchen. He's not a normal kid.
Oh, thank you, Babe Breeze. Okay, so what were we talking about, guys, beforehand? I think it was just a bunch of arguing, but
about being, Jesse, you said you felt betrayed by me Well, but I felt betrayed by you too. So I can admit my feelings were hurt. My, I don't want to cry.
Aw.
My feelings were really hurt, Dusty. When all of a sudden it was about everybody that you had in Bulls Gap, and you didn't need my opinion anymore, and I didn't matter anymore. That's
It
how I
wasn't that
felt.
you didn't matter, Denise. Look,
That's how I
I
felt.
love unconditionally, and you know how I am. But you came up at the very
Dusty,
beginning, you started
I'm
attacking
being,
me.
you can tell I'm being honest because I was
I'm
so
gonna
hurt
holler at you, and I
because I thought you
appreciate
were my
you. Don't
friend.
cry.
I
Look,
thought
don't
you were
cry.
my
I
friend.
forgive you. I'll forgive you. I'll unblock you. But listen, what it was is when he was going back behind my back, and I did put that up there, that text. Ziggy has it, where you was claiming to be on my team. Don't
I
cry.
thought I was
I
on
do
your team,
forgive.
Dusty. You led me to believe
I
I was
just
on your team.
asked.
You led me to believe I was, Dusty, until you got Mallory and all of them, and you didn't need me.
It wasn't that I didn't need you. I needed you. But you were
And I
going
needed
behind my
you,
back, and
Dusty, and I
everything was
needed
blowing up.
you.
And it was to the point that
I
I didn't
didn't
know who
need
to
you
trust
because of Donnie
anymore.
Candace. I needed you because you were my friend.
Don't, you're going to make me cry. Look, it's
Well,
done
I'm
and it's
already
over
crying, so
with.
welcome to the club.
It's done. It's over with. I'll unblock you.
It's hard.
We'll talk tomorrow.
It is
Don't
hard,
cry.
Dusty. You know. I stay in my room, and I don't have friends. You know that. You know that, Dusty. And it's hard being terminally on being alone. And I felt like until you came around, I felt like nobody needed me. And then you came around,
Don't.
and it was something we both were interested in, and I felt like you really needed me.
I
And
did.
then you left me behind, Dusty. You
I
wrote me off like a
respected you. I loved you. I respected you. When I give love, I give my all. That's the type of person that I am. I give my all. But
Dusty.
I don't like
I
when
shared
somebody
stuff
goes
with you about
behind
my
my back.
family. I shared stuff with you about my family that I had never. That you know that. You know that.
And that's always stayed with my
And
heart
I
and
thought you
being
were my
confidential with
friend.
me.
I thought you were my friend. You know.
Denise, I was hurt,
You know.
but I know how to get over things and I know how to move on. And
This is the first
today
time
we can
this is
bury
the
the
first time
hatchet. The
I've
hatchet
told
is buried.
anybody. Jesse, I had not told anybody that I was hurt by what you did. This is the first time I could tell that. You know, I thought my opinion mattered. I thought my
Your opinion
input
has
was needed.
always mattered.
I thought my
That's the
input was
thing.
needed.
Your opinion has always mattered. It was
And
when it was going behind my back. And then it got to the point I
Jesse,
didn't know who to
Jesse,
trust.
everything that
It doesn't mean that I stopped loving you. Because
but
remember,
Jesse, anything and everything
listen,
that was said by
stop
me was
crying
said.
for a minute. Stop crying for a minute and listen. Remember what you just said up here on the panel about the Wells family, about respecting them and loving them. I'm the same way. You love with your heart. You love unconditionally. And that's what you're supposed to do. I don't hate the Wells. I don't hate you. I don't hate anybody. I respect everybody. We're going to have differences. We're going to be difference of opinions. But I'm
But
not going to go out and, go behind somebody's back
you
neither.
just, but Jesse, everything I said, you had to put out there publicly.
That's whenever I got mad. I didn't put everything out there. I just put that conversation about.
And you just, I mean, and it's not just you. A lot of people in general, all over the world, it is when they pull away from people like me that get in a position like me because they don't want to see their physical decline and stuff like that. They don't want to see it, so they alienate them. And
I wasn't
you were
alienating
somebody that I
you.
could go to and I could talk to, and I could just open up and tell you how I was feeling. And if I felt like crap, I could tell you I was having a bad day. You know,
Yeah, because when you called me, you started
you
tearing
know,
me up. And that's why
you in my
I hung
life.
up on you.
You were in my life and my friend at a time when nobody else was. And you know that. You know that.
Denise,
I
we
mean,
can still be friends. We
I
will
mean,
still
it's
be
not just that
friends.
I'm terminally
But
ill.
listen,
I have
when
a
trust is
grandson that
broken,
is
it takes a
terminally
moment to get that trust back. We can still be
ill.
friends.
You know, I mean, I even told you about my grandson being terminally ill. And,
I know, and I pray for him every night.
it's so hard. It's so hard. And then I went through COVID and I had nobody to.
Phoebe, I do. I love Angela too, even though she don't love me.
Oh, God, don't go there. Don't get me started.
Summer Moon is what's important. We need her found now. We love you, Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Thank you, Snoopies.
And I'm
You guys, I
I'm
have
not
tried.
there, Martin. I
No,
promise.
I don't think you are. I don't think you are. I really don't. But I think Prayer Garden's playing games with us. She likes it a little bit when
Yeah.
she likes the distractions and drama a little bit. And I know that she's admitted it to me. And I feel like right now that she's purposely not coming out.
Andrea Dawn, no. I never met Raven. Now, I did send Raven $50 to help for summer.
So did everybody else. Raven, I will say that Raven stuck Christy with $3,000 that he took from her. $3,000, Christy, and she lost her home because of Raven. And he is not who he says he is. He's not what he claims to be.
And
Christy,
I have tried. Oops, go ahead. Sorry.
Jamie.
Christy, kicked him out because of meth. Her child found his meth pipe, and that caused the blow up. And Raven stuck Christy with $3,000 of stuff that had to be mailed out to customers that had paid for it, and he took the money and ran. So I just wanted to put that out there and clear that up.
I tried calling Dawn again a couple times, and he keeps sending it to voicemail. So
yeah, he
right
does
now,
that.
if maybe as we get talking, they'll decide to come up. But
He does that.
I don't
He'll
know.
do that for attention.
He might once they get pissed off or whatever, maybe they'll come up or they'll call.
But John, if you're listening,
I'll just let him talk on my phone. I mean, that's.
You're welcome to come over here.
If he is listening, I would like to say to him that I'm sorry if he felt whatever he thought I was doing. I'm sorry he feels that way, and I would love for them to call me again. He has my number. They have my number. I would love for them to call me again.
Well, I don't know why you were timed out, Janice. Who's timing out? We're not supposed to be timing out opinions or, stuff like that. Not here. It's different than other chats, guys, because I don't like people being timed out for opinions, even if they talk, rude comments to me don't need timed out. I mean, if there's any really, especially rude comments to the panel guest, that's different.
If Candace would like to come up and talk to Jenna, I can leave with no problem if that will help Candace. So it's just her.
I don't know what the deal is. They won't text me back.
I don't think that's it. I think they did that.
Answer the phone. I don't know. They like playing games a little bit too. So
I don't think she really wanted to talk to me, to be honest with you.
Well,
because
do you want to, Jenna? Do you want to respond to her question of why? Her question was why she wants to know why you lied. I don't know. I mean, I wish she was up here to elaborate, but
I've not lied about anything, and I wish she was here to tell me what I lied about. I mean, yeah, about. I know I came into her life as a friend, and I feel so sorry for that. But my intentions.
Likable people. Don't you feel they're very likable, Jenna? That's
I mean, I can't explain it, and I mean, I wish she would talk to me, and I mean, she knows everything that I'm saying is true, and I wish she would come on and talk to me, but I don't think she will. I mean, because I've messaged her on Facebook off her other channel, and she, all the things she said is that I told everything about our conversations, and I sent you that. I mean, and
Well, a lot of your conversations were just, were over voice or over video chat.
yeah, video
So
chats,
there's
lots
no,
of
you didn't record those or anything. I mean, you could have
no.
recorded them and you didn't. So, there's that, you know what I mean? Like, so you didn't betray her in that way.
I mean, do I feel horrible? Yes, but my intentions was to help find Summer.
Yeah.
that's why we all got into it. That's what drawn us all in this summer.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's all about Summer.
And if
trying to
they are
find
if
things in
they're
their home.
innocent, I'll apologize. But I don't think that they are.
I don't, to be honest, I don't either. But I still like them. They're still, you know what I mean? I like the other side of them, not that side of them. That makes any sense. But I don't think they're innocent either.
I personally don't think they are innocent as well. I have my own theories as well. Doesn't mean that I don't love them unconditionally and respect them, because I do, because that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, I think Summer has really cool. She brought us all together, and in a way, we've all become like a big family, and big families fight and argue and have misunderstandings, and I
Well,
just something was going on in that house with Summer. Just look at her pictures from a few months prior to that, and then look at her pictures from around that time. There was a decline in her physically, the weight loss, and I mean, surely I'm not the only one that notices that.
she was extremely skinny at some points, but I don't, some kids are like that naturally. I mean, but I don't
And
know.
then the shaved head. I'll be honest about why I think her head was shaved. Candace did not completely shave her head. They said she done her hair just like that. No, Candace did not completely. They shaved that kid bald.
Yeah.
And I think that was done to make her unattractive to Dawn.
A lot of people think that. Flexin says that I'm better than this. This isn't right. Well, thank you for the super chat, but we let everybody speak on this channel. All sides, no matter who it is. We even had Dawn on here yesterday, so things got crazy. Things get a little bit crazy in true crime when there's differing opinions and stuff. That happens a lot in these cases. I've noticed, not just. I mean, Chris Watt's case was freaking crazy.
The one
Cash Burnett. I mean, it's all of them. That's just, it kind of comes with the territory. People get very passionate.
There's a question I've asked several times, and I would like for the Wells to answer the question: why do they have registered sex offenders on their friends list? Hello?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, why do they have registered sex offenders on their friends list?
there's a lot of. I would love to ask. I mean, one question we haven't asked Dawn is about this Marcos guy. Has anybody asked him
Yeah.
about Christopher Marcos? Like who he
And he
is?
also goes by Chris Clifton.
By Chris
He goes
what?
by Chris Clifton. But that profile has been deleted or something. I can't. It was the same man, and you know, and also the guy Jamie that Don fired. Don had fired him 7 years prior. Okay, to that Don had fired him 7 years prior, and I looked him up, and the associates on his friends list are also sex offenders, and it's like, you know, why? Why are they all? So you know, well, I know why. You know, sensibly, I know why. You know, but I just don't understand. I mean, they're on grandma's friends list. They're on Candace's friend list, and they're on Don's friends list.
Like how many of them are on their friends list that are sex offenders? Do you that you know of?
I, I know of a couple, and that's it.
A couple.
But one is too many. But one is too many. When you have
Well, yeah, I
children,
agree.
and especially when you have something like this happen, I would have deleted them immediately. You know, I mean, but and then the Frank Light, you remember that Don already knew Frank Light. How? Why? You know, like he was talking about him and his stepsister and the messy what he called food around his kids. No, that wasn't fooling around his kids. He was 12 years old. She was 5. You know, he said she started it by putting her hand down in his pants. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You know,
Wait, what?
this is the family disease. The family is full of sex offenders. Why?
Yeah.
There has to be something that triggered this generations ago.
And that is true. We've ran out of quite a few people on the list that have come back as sexual offenders on
Yeah.
Yes.
Candace's list.
Yes. Yes.
Isn't Frank Light? Frank Light is a neighbor, right? Because when you run their
Yes, yes.
background,
Yes.
Frank Light's one of the closest neighbors to him, I think.
Frank Light is the one that Don and Candace went to confront with the mace. When I called the TBI, I called the TBI to tell them, hey, Don and Candace are on their way out there to Frank Light's house with mace. I was afraid they was going to get out there and get their stupid asses killed. Jeez.
Wait,
No.
what? Don was headed to Frank Light's house?
Yeah, Dusty, you remember?
Was. Yes, he was.
Yes, he was. I had
Because he thought
told
his daughter
Don.
was there.
I had told
supposedly?
Don what me and Dusty had figured out about Frank Light, and we figured he has a red truck, right, Dusty?
Yes, he does.
And
There was a red truck.
and his house is out there, but where they were searching that weekend, right, Dusty?
Yes, and then the wife had came forward about some stuff that was going on that with young children, and he was in prison for it.
Yeah.
And apparently he had just gotten released from prison and was on this property.
And at this time, I was still real good friends with Don and Candace, and I called him and I said, look, maybe we found something. And I told him about Frank Light. Well, he already knew Frank Light, and him and Candace went and bought mace and was going to Frank Light's house to confront him. I saw them in the car. They showed me they were in the car going out there, and I called TBI then to tell them, hey, you need to intercept them or something because I'm afraid they're going to get hurt. They're going to get killed. You can't go knock on somebody's door with an ace.
Yeah, I think they might need more than just mace, but Cold Case Crystal says, have any of you ladies befriended people in other cases?
No.
I have, yes.
No, I've never. Never.
I've been, with my gift, I've done this for about 10 years. I've not worked, quote, with Ellie, but I have friends, people that are Ellie, that have come to me. but I have not ever worked for Ellie. And I've done quite a few cases down here in Florida.
This is the first case I've ever been involved in.
My husband is not Jose, y'all.
Oh, Jose. Man.
You got some people in the chat talking about my husband is Jose.
I know.
Well, I'm going to talk about him tomorrow.
But look, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all, I have nothing else to say. I've said my story. I've had my proof. I mean, I showed everything. I'm just up here just showing that I'm not dusty because somebody was saying that I was dusty.
Well,
but, you know, I will support. And my main goal was because people that are around them now, I'm praying that this will make people come forward and help find this baby.
Yep. Because
And there are more people that are coming forward now, and I think that. So anybody can dog me all they want to. It does not bother me. I know who I am.
Well, I don't know anything that you said, Jenna. Last night was my first time of hearing you. You know.
Yeah, and I think you were staying up here because in hopes that maybe Candace would show up. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stay up on panel, but no, I don't have nothing else to say. I have turned everything over.
Jenna,
thank you, Jenna.
Jenna,
yeah.
Can I ask you a question? In that picture of Summer in the back of in the Subaru with that the day she went missing.
It wasn't the Subaru. It was Grandma's vehicle.
Truck. Yeah,
it was Grandma's truck.
The truck. You're right. Yeah. Do you? I'm sorry, but I think she was deceased in that picture. It's just
I don't think she was.
Me neither.
In my opinion, I don't think she was.
I just
my opinion, I don't even believe that photo belongs to that day. I believe that photo is a couple of months older, a couple of weeks older than the day that she went missing.
That jumpsuit was supposed to be what she wore the first day of school. And I was, you know, what do you do when somebody passes away? What do? You put them in the best clothes they've got, right?
Yeah.
And that, you know, and the resemblance between her and my granddaughter was, when my granddaughter passed, it just was remarkable, you know. And that's why I think that she may have been deceased in that picture.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
My condolences.
I'd like to know about Dawson. Dotson. He changed it from Dotson to Dobson. You know, he's left the church from what I hear. You know, why? You know, why has he pulled away like he had? Why? I mean, I'm suspicious of him, and I'm suspicious of Jackie Dobbs. You know, yes, I am. But you know, he was really weird. So I'm going to play my flute for Summer every night till she comes home. You know, and and he inserted himself into the family and into the investigation. And that's sometimes people do that.
The thing is not Dobbs. I'm thinking about Dotson, the flute guy. They actually knew each other before.
Sure, but just for a couple of months, if even that.
No, they knew each other before the Seventh Day Adventist Church. They were going to a Baptist church prior. That's how the Wells knew the Dotsons, the flute player. He was going to a Baptist church.
I heard Dotson say he had just met him when he came to that church. He didn't know him.
Exactly, that's what he said. But Don told me the other day because he didn't know who I was whenever I called.
But then he knew where Don and lived.
That Dotson was actually going to that property way before he knew that, before he met them, quote, at that Seventh Day Adventist church. So Dotson was going to the property prior.
Mm-hmm.
But Ziggy, I'm gonna mute my mic, and I'm just gonna stay on panel just in case Candace does want to come up and talk to me.
Okay.
I just sounded suspicious, highly suspicious. I mean, he's an unemployed mortician. Why is he unemployed? I mean, he plays the flute on the street for money. He's a caretaker for someone in his home. Um, he really inserted himself into that position of a family friend and confidant, and then taking the boys to. I don't know. I mean, there could be more than one or two people involved. There could be several people involved.
No. Barb Murray, none of these ladies have met Dawn in real life.
No.
Just over, video chat, and I think that was enough for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, one question that Love and Life wanted to make sure, I don't know, she was asking about clearing up the fact that, Dusty, you have not been to Dawn's house, right?
Correct. I have not been.
Okay. And when you said you were at the end of the drive, you meant you were on the phone with
a live remote, because my team members that were out there would put me on a live remote so I would be able to see the area and stuff. But physically, I've never been there.
Yeah. So
in that area,
yeah.
in that area in Beach Creek where the Wells live, there was absolutely no reception. You couldn't even get a phone call out to the person that needed a phone call at the time. So the service was really bad. Doing the on the remote, but I did get to see his driveway, and I got to see like that blue barrel there, and then the service was really bad.
I mean, I just don't see how anybody could sneak up there,
right,
and take anything.
I don't either.
With all the dogs and
I don't.
And
it just doesn't seem possible.
I don't know. And
How
just
remote
so
it is,
happened.
I mean, it definitely couldn't have been a random person, because it just is so remote. And even if you're okay, let's say it was somebody that they knew, it's so, I don't see how that.
And David Dotson said that door was locked from the outside. He said the door was locked. So the basement door.
Yeah. That's one question we should have asked Don yesterday and see what he said, because it's always been a different story about that door.
And I wish they would quit saying, and I hope they listen to this and take it as parents. Please quit saying, well, the boys would leave it unlocked. The boys. Don't put that guilt on them. Please. That's something they'll carry for the rest of their life. Don't put that guilt on them. Them boys didn't cause nothing to happen. Nothing. Their boys are completely innocent of any wrongdoing in someone's disappearance.
100% correct.
Pardon?
Boys do not need that guilt.
No.
So I got two questions, or two things. The first one, with PHN, I actually did not contact PHN. One of my team members contacted PHN, and that's how they got involved. Xander, I do not know him. I've never met him. I believe he's Tina's wife, or husband, I'm sorry, but I've never met them. We've had a couple of things that we spoke about my past, and I said, I talked to him a little bit about my past, and because it was brought up. And that was that, and they went on their way. Like I said, I have absolutely nothing bad to say about Predator Hunter Nation. Their gig is different than my gig. They went out there, they did what they did. I just happened to ask my team member happened to ask them to come out. No, I am not affiliated with Juanita. She was all over my page whenever we were talking about Fool's Gap.
That's a whole
Um,
nother else. But
so-
but Predator Hunter Nation, as far as the children go, they've never that they had just started that and they never done anybody. Ernie is basically, I mean, he's from Lecture County, Kentucky, and bad news all the way around. You know, he's been involved in taking money and running with it on gigs that he set up for professional wrestling. And he took the money and left, and then when everybody come time to get paid, Ernie Shell wasn't nowhere to be found. So there's more to Ernie Shell than people know. He's not a
Thanks, Tits McGee, but you know,
but
I mean, I don't care. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't have to be here. That's all I have to say. But I don't know why you would pay somebody $5 for when you have a problem with what they're talking about.
what's the problem with what we're talking about?
Oh, it was just a smart aleck comment that the lady's fighting is absolutely going to bring her home. Thanks for doing most good. Here is $5. They're just being a smart ass.
Yeah. The bottom line, the only thing that's going to bring Summer home is for somebody on that hill to tell the police where she's at.
Yep, that is true.
You know, that's the only thing. And just I you couldn't hear me when I was shouting it last night, but Ronnie Lawson is Don's cousin by marriage.
See, I asked him about that.
Yeah.
Or I asked him about the Lawson connection.
Yeah. They're cousins by marriage.
There was a lady that came up on panel who was his neighbor when he was a kid, who swears that, you know, she remembered he used to have trouble remembering of his last name. He didn't know how to write his last name. He didn't know whether to write Lawson or Wells.
Yeah.
I need
Sorry,
to do
guys.
that.
That's my cats running around.
Ziggy, may I say something, please?
Yeah.
I did not mute my mic after I said Jose was not my husband. What I said is Candace wanted to speak to me on panel with you. So I will put my mic on mute. I'm sorry, I'm talking to someone that is like being really crazy, that is like
I
in your
know.
chat.
I saw the comment. I meant to comment.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. Y'all need to get a life.
It's so bad.
Only reason why I'm here is because I'm waiting to see if Candace will want to come up and talk like she said she wanted to.
Derek Williams always has
They just
those
play.
type of comments. He does that. He thinks it's funny.
No, it shows he's irrelevant. Okay, but I'm muting my mic again. Not because Jose's not my husband, you know.
That's funny. I mean, it's just so silly. Which mod is timing people out, Gen Y?
Well, people have the right to their opinions. I mean, and I want to hear what they are.
Right.
Yeah. Even if they're horrible. I'm nosy. But
Candace, we want to hear from you. Please come up and stop fighting with Don. Let's do this, right?
If Don and Candace turn out not have nothing to do with this, I will publicly apologize to them. I will. But I'm sorry. I think
I will.
They do. I mean, they do. You know, so. And last
no,
night,
I've never been involved in any other case. This is my first ever. I don't do that. Sorry.
I also will publicly apologize, but I know a little bit too much. that is factual. We'll get in that tomorrow whenever I come back on. Stuff that I have.
Yeah.
So
I would
I mean, if
apologize for.
I'm wrong, I can apologize
that
right now.
I would apologize for saying that they know she's dead and they know where she is and they did away with her body. I mean, I apologize for that, but I won't apologize for not liking the stuff that has happened. The other things that this has brought out. It's horrible. You know, no family should function. It's not even functionable. It's horrible. I mean, it's being handed down generation to generation, and if they don't stop it now, it's not never going to stop. And the next set of kids it's going to affect is the boys, and then boys don't. You know, God forbid they end up, like that. It's not right.
You know, Summer probably saved the boy's life.
I agree.
All the boys.
I agree. She is the face. She will be the face. What we talked about earlier, but she is the face that's going to stop what has been happening.
Yeah.
It's a generational curse that is throughout this family, and Summer is the one that's going to be breaking it.
Hopefully, it will be broken.
I do too.
Now I can try to call Dawn one more time, and I mean maybe we could just have a short live tonight and cut it short. Usually I'm on here for several hours. I'm trying to do shorter ones.
Yeah, with Don and Candace, it goes back and forth. They do something that makes yourself look so guilty, and then they turn around and do something stupid like going to confront Frank Light because they think he did it. I mean, then you start to wonder, well, did they or did they not? Did they do it or did they not do it? I mean, it's like you pull back and forth, and nobody wants to think of that happening of a parent.
I'm sorry. I'm fixing to address this Frank James. Let me tell you something. I don't fight in the street for nobody's man. That street fight was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. If that's all you can dig up on me, dig up whatever you want. Y'all are pathetic, man, for real. I'm sorry, Ziggy.
But
You're fine. I'm reading. Dawn, we're all waiting for you guys. I'll give it 5 more minutes, but I think I'm going to cut this live short tonight. So if Candace wants to speak to Jenna alone on panel, the other, we can drop the other 2 for when she comes up. It's fine. But yeah, she's waiting up here. So
I have a question for Dusty. Dusty, are you going to unblock me?
I can. We can start new, but now you know my expectations. We got to be straightforward with each other.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least by doing this live tonight, you guys were able to settle differences. It sounds like, and that's a good thing. It was arguing there for a while, and some people thought it was pointless and stuff, but actually ended up being a good thing because you guys everything's got figured out as far as with you 2. And tomorrow night, Dusty, you're going to be on, right?
Yes, ma'am. I will be on tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to be showing more, like we're going to be showing like you have a bunch of stuff you want to show people and stuff and screenshots and that stuff. So Dusty, early on in the case, you mentioned the racetrack. Jenna mentioned a store viewed Don Summer near the Cock Fairgrounds. Ask Jenna, please. Ask Jenna, please. What? I'm confused. Do you understand this question, Jenna? Dusty, early on in the case, you mentioned the racetrack.
Correct.
And it says, Jenna mentioned a store viewed Dawn and Summer near the, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is that Cook County or Cock County? Cock Fairground? Ask Jenna, please.
I'm not familiar with that. I just know it was a fairground. It was like near a fairground.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a sighting. Supposedly a sighting with Summer, and it was Dawn and Summer supposedly the day that Summer went missing at 3:30 near that fairground. Is that racetrack near the fairground?
No, it's not. The
Okay.
racetrack is in Bulls Gap.
How far away is that from?
But now,
I
I
think they
put
said
in
about
what the video
35 to 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
But
Okay.
what is said about John being off work that day? There's no way he got to the house that fast if he was at work where he claimed he was. There's no way. There's no way. And I have been told by other people that I'm not going to reveal their names has said that they think a certain person has Summer and was holding Summer, and that this is all just a plot, and that they were supposed to come save the day and find in Summer, and
Is this? I got a comment by Lori Lynn. Says, Ziggy, who takes care of your child while you do this? My child. I have one child who is a teenager. Okay, so she has, she has her own stuff. She doesn't. Yeah, she's doing her own thing. Yeah, with school, with video games and homework, stuff like that. Stuff teenagers do. Talking to friends. Like, I don't have a baby or a toddler.
Can I clear up two things here that I saw in the
Yes,
chat?
please do.
First, I have never taken anybody's work. I work by myself, and this is why I went into a group, because people was taking stuff and doing what they shouldn't be doing with it and claiming it as their own. So that's why I stopped taking a lot of my stuff off of my Facebook page when I had it there open for people to sort of come together to help find Summer. That's why I was putting all the information out that was coming to me as being gifted. Now, one person in here made a comment that I take other people's stuff, and I actually got into a very heated argument with this person. I actually talked with you about this person, Ziggy, and right now she is starting to stir the pot, because I brought her actually into my group, and then she went onto a live and was talking about the Skittles. And I had already put that information out about 6 weeks prior. That information, and Candace, I guess, was using this narrative, and I was trying to explain this to her, that I had already put this information out.
That's true. Dusty was the first one that brought up the Skittles. That's true.
Literally tore me a new butthole on her live, making me out to be this bad person, when we actually brought her into our group, and she was actually taking some of our information. She was crying on her live. We felt bad for her, so we brought her in there. She only lasted 2 days in there. Whenever she started that big live and just having a meltdown about how bad of a person I am and everything else, I never outed her. I never said anything. I was very respectful to her in a personal chat, like, hey, I've already put this information out. Here's the proof.
Who I think it is.
Here's this. And it was 6 weeks prior. Candace is lying to you because this narrative is out there.
Is it who I think it is, Dusty?
It probably is. I don't like to dox or call people out.
From Texas?
No.
No? Wow.
No, not.
But she had a lot to say too. She had a lot to say.
Why do Dawn and Candace need 4 phones? That's a good question. They each have 2, don't they?
I
Because
can
the
answer
police
that
took
for you
2 of them.
tomorrow, why they have that many phones.
Well,
I'm
the
probably
police
going to
took
talk to
their
a lot
phones
of
and they
people
bought
tomorrow.
more.
Okay.
You know, the police took their phones to begin with and they bought new phones.
And they
that
got
we
them back, right?
I don't know.
No, who was it? Somebody told me, who was it that told me they were like, they thought that phones were bugged. So they went and got new ones.
They don't need their phones to bug them. I mean, they can. Good Lord.
I think that they thought that that the TBI or whoever that law enforcement did something to their phones. That's
Yeah,
somebody told me. I
they
can't
said
remember who it was. It could have been
everything
Dusty that told
after
me that.
3:30 was everything after 3:30 had been deleted on all the phones.
Correct.
No,
And I am not Juanita, people. Trust me, I am not Juanita. I am not from New York. I am not Juanita.
Juanita
It
gives me
was
a
on my page, all over my page.
That's true.
And
That
we do have copies of her being on my page the day of the Bulls Gap and some things that we found out there. And this is before PHN, Predator Hunter Nation, even came in the picture. And she was all over it. We did have permission. We had permission to go in there.
Well, they had to come
We
unlock
did
the
not have
gate,
permission.
didn't they?
Do what?
Didn't somebody have to come unlock the gate so they could get in? So y'all
Correct.
could get in? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. So, but you know, I don't know, it's just crazy.
Thank you so much, Heidi, she says for Ziggy and her teenager. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah, she is sweet. She always has nice, sweet comments. And let's see here.
I have worked on other cases, but this is the first one online that I've gotten involved with, like a child.
Stacy says, this is the first time we've heard from Denise. So why did she say we didn't hear her last night?
Because I was typing and because I was typing. I was following the chat and I was typing.
Oh.
On my keyboard. Yeah.
Because Prayer Garden was on here last night, so they probably thought you were Prayer Garden.
Yeah, I was typing.
They probably still think you're Prayer Garden. And, I don't know why Sissy won't go ahead and just answer her phone call. So we could just settle this once and for all. Like, that would be.
There's no.
Go ahead. You can go ahead and talk. I'll just I'll turn this down. I don't think she's going to answer.
I don't have any northern accent at all in my body.
You know what? One thing that annoyed me really bad yesterday with Prayer Garden, which I will tell her this myself. She had Benny on the phone for a couple hours during that live last night. Why? That was like, I don't understand what the point of that was. I thought she's scared of Benny and all this and that, and it didn't make sense. And then she secretly had Benny on the phone.
Benny's not a bad person. He's just a little wacky at times, but he's very nice. He's very nice person.
Don't say that, because now people are going to think you're Prayer Garden.
I'm not Prayer Garden. I mean, Benny.
I beg to differ on that one, Denise. I'm sorry.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I'm just saying because he's been threatening me all day.
I'm not. I've been at the VA clinic all day.
No. She means that she begs to differ about your opinion about Benny, not that you're Prayer Garden.
How the hell do I turn this camera on?
She's just saying that she thinks that.
Juanita. Ew.
She says she
Maybe,
just thinks she doesn't think Biddy's a good person, is what she's saying.
yeah,
No, he's not a good person. I'm sorry.
he's never done anything to me to get me. He's never talked to me in any manner that would lead me to say something that he's not to me. He's always treated me with the utmost respect. Always. He's never been rude or arrogant. He's always treated me with the utmost respect. And that's something I know. You know. So and Dusty, you know when that happened with Dawn on the phone about the Mexican bottle, you know that scared the hell out of me. You know, because I thought, oh God, I know now they're going to come after me. I was scared. But Jesse, you know I was scared because I told you I was scared. You know,
You were
and
scared about what?
I was scared. I mean, you know, yeah, come
Oh,
on, man.
about
Yeah.
the
So
Dawn thing.
yeah, there's things you don't want to know. You know, if there's going to be a mafia involved, you don't want to know. I mean, you don't want to be told anything that might. I was scared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you don't want to be involved with anybody that might be.
Right. Because I was thinking, oh my God, he done told me now. I know, so they're going to shut up everybody that knows. So that's what I was thinking. I was scared, and that's why I went. Well, that's why I talked to Cher, was because Cher was talking to Don, and I was scared, and I didn't know what else to do. And they tried to get me to call TDI. I didn't call TDI. Not about. I did not. Not about that. No, I only called about Frank Light when I thought he was going to get his head blown off.
So you have. So you have called. Have you? So you've called the law enforcement.
Yeah, when they were headed out to when they were headed out to Frank Light's house with the mace, I called them to tell them to intercept Don and Candace so they wouldn't go out there and get hurt.
You didn't contact law enforcement when Don said he was owed the Mexican mafia.
I didn't tell you what.
I'm not, so
It scared the hell out of me,
What was that,
Ziggy.
Dusty?
It scared the hell out of me. I didn't want nobody knowing I know anything. No.
What did you say, Dusty?
Oh, I just put my face up there, so because there's a lot in the chat. Dusty is Juanita. Dusty is Juanita. Dusty
Dusty's
is
not
not
Juanita.
Juanita.
Dusty's not Juanita.
This is me right here. I am not Juanita.
She's not Juanita. I know that for a fact. She's not Juanita.
No.
I'm not using a voice app. I'm not using nothing. This is me, raw, real, and no makeup on, and late.
Well,
What you see is what you get.
she's not Juanita. I know that for a fact.
Thank you.
No.
I love my hair too. Thank you.
And I'm not Prayer Garden. I promise. I don't know what I had to say to convince everybody I'm not Prayer Garden.
I think. Well, what I'm gonna have to do, I guess, Denise, is just contact you when Prayer Garden's on panel.
That's
So that
fine.
you can answer and prove it, because I think that Prayer Garden's having a little fun with us all and liking everybody thinking.
If she's making any money off of it, I won't have. So
Don't say that.
Jamie.
The difference between me and Prayer Garden, and the reason I thought Dusty was Prayer Garden, was because of the way she went off on Don last night. You know, telling him what she was telling him about. She knew him and she knows who he is. And I would never.
Oh my God. Is Dusty trans? I've got 6 children. That should answer your question. Sorry, I'm reading your comments and I'm like laughing out here.
Sorry, I didn't see that. I'm sorry about that comment.
Well, I've got 5 and 15.
This now I see people saying, oh, who was that? There, or Diana. This is to help finding Summer. Well, we're trying to get to the truth of what happened to her, and if we speak to, and people everybody that spoke to Dawn or had a relationship or had a friendship with Dawn or Candace, yeah, I want to hear their experiences and what they witnessed and how, did they see, Denise, did you ever see them crying over their daughter or
No,
upset?
no, no, never,
I the
never.
same. I never seen them crying neither over Summer.
Yeah,
But I do want to clear Dawn on one thing. The weekend that they said he was missing, that they couldn't find him, Dawn was at home with Candace. I know that for a fact.
I as well know that for a fact too.
So, people take a little grain of salt that might have a bad taste to it, and they take it and they blow it up into something big. Even if he did go somewhere for the weekend, but,
hey,
but he did.
Dusty, oops, go ahead, Denise.
I said, "What's the big deal?" I mean, they still are going to live a normal life. He still has to work, still has to pay bills, still has to work. I mean, they got to. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It, People take a little bit of something and make it into a big bunch of nothing, and just make it worse. Trying to figure out what is going on, what did happen. The more lies and garbage is out there, that's the more stuff we got to go through and do away with to try to find out what happened to Summer and where she might be. I'm curious about the Gatlinburg connection. Aren't you, Dusty? I mean, 2 weeks
No,
before.
I'm not with the Gatlinburg connection. Honestly, I'm not.
You're not concerned with that?
Weren't they at
I'm
Gatlinburg?
concerned with it, but I don't think that it's a Gatlinburg connection. Nita's World. Can I address something? I know I'm up here.
I was just going to ask you. That's what I was just going to ask you. It's about Nita's World's comments.
Yeah, that's the one that was blowing me up about the Skittles, and I was trying to be nice to her about it and not embarrass her on her live. But she's the one that made a total fiasco about it. So she's claiming that I doxed my team, and I never doxed my team. The team sort of doxed me in a way, and I actually have there's a criminal case pending against 3 of them. Nita has absolutely no idea what she is talking about. About that she's got Predator Hunter Nation saying that I never worked with them. That's true. I never worked with them. I didn't even call Predator Hunter Nation. One of my team members called Predator Hunter Nation.
Well, they need to do
me and my team, we had a little bit of a falling out because we didn't agree. And when I didn't agree with somebody, I got the silent treatment. I put it up on my Facebook about a week later because I was sitting on some very important information. I got 103 phone calls in a 2-hour live, 103 phone calls. I ended up with a fake Craigslist post, endangering my child.
Oh, wait, whoa.
Dusty, I'm sorry for interrupting you.
We got Dawn. Shh. Hold on. Hello?
Hello?
Huh? This is Ziggy. What?
Okay, what's going on?
Nothing. I thought you guys were coming up, so we were just, Jenna was just waiting on you.
I am so sorry. I didn't mean to tell y'all.
It's okay. Is Candace not coming up?
No, she's pretty pissed off, actually.
Oh, well, okay.
I don't know. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I don't know what to say. It's just like.
It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, I mean, I was just.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Nothing. I
ain't
just.
even here.
Nothing. I was just what I thought that Candace was coming up. You called me and told me that Candace wanted to come up on panel, and I just.
Oh, she did. She wanted to say all kind of shit. We was just trying to hold her back. Okay. I mean, if that makes sense at all.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. She wanted to say all kind of stuff. We were just trying to hold her back. We didn't want her to lose her cool, you know, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to say something behind somebody's back, you know, or whatever. But yeah, we're just trying to keep her from losing her cool. That's all. You know, because that looks bad when you do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I know, but you contacted me and said that she wanted to come up, so we were just waiting.
That was not me. That was not me. I had no control over my phone. That was not me.
Who was it?
That was a good friend of mine.
But you were the one that you were the one that was talking though.
No, that wasn't me.
It wasn't you?
No.
Who was talking?
A good friend of mine.
Do you know who this is? Do you know who you're speaking to right now?
Who the hell are you?
This is Ziggy. You were on my channel last night?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. And you called me just a little bit ago and you said that
was not me.
It wasn't you.
No.
Is there somebody there that sounds exactly like you?
Yeah, my buddy does. He's trying to protect me. That's cool. That's fine. He's my friend. I love him. He's trying to protect me from snakes and stuff, you know, but that's all right. Oh my gosh, really?
So, but
these people are working on my house. Oh my gosh. I can't even get down my goddamn stairwell. This is crazy.
So was
Really, Candace? Oh gosh.
What'd she say?
Nothing.
Is she upset?
No, she went to sleep. Thank God.
Oh, I thought you just yelled at her.
No, I can't. No. Well, I was trying to, but she's asleep.
Oh. Okay. So.
No, we've had people working on our house, and I can't even get down my stairwell because there's so much construction debris everywhere. It's freaking crazy. I'm trying to crawl down. Never mind.
Are these people volunteering their time?
Oh. Well, yeah, there's some people that are actually really trying to help us. That's really awesome of them, but that's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had one person come up here and their four-wheel drive broke down. They had to pull their axle out of their truck to get home. You know, God bless them. I can't believe it. They come all the way up here and their four-wheel drive, you know, messed up. They had to pull their front axle out of their truck so they could get back home to Greenville. And they had one hell of a damn hard day just to come up here and help us. You know, wow, I feel so bad. I really do.
What do you feel bad about?
Because they come way up here to help us, and they had to take the front axle out of the four-wheel drive to get home. And they had a real hard day, harder day than I did.
Wow.
You know?
So you really don't remember contacting me a little bit ago?
I think that was not me.
I don't know. It sounded. You were like, "Hey, Candace wants to talk. Candace wants to talk."
Yeah, but we was trying to talk her out of it because she was so pissed off, and she would have went up and said a bunch of stupid stuff, So we started to talk her out of it. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Probably.
What do you think?
Not trying to be offensive, but she was just so mad that she would have said a bunch of stuff that it wouldn't have been cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think people want to hear her talk. I think it would help a lot. Like, I really do.
Yeah. Well, of course. Yeah, absolutely. I get that. Yeah. I understand that.
I mean, people would.
She's just so fed up.
She's just so what?
People are. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say on that point. Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean.
No, I don't think you're being mean at all, actually. I just am confused.
No. Sorry, I'm not trying to confuse you.
It's fine.
We've been through a lot. We've been through a lot. I'm not trying to be mean. I mean, you got to consider our little girl has been abducted, and then going from my personal page on my Facebook, I have 2,500 friends that I was consoling with. You know, I don't know what exactly how it was for Candace, but for me, I had 2,500 friends that I was trying desperately to be friends with to help me find my daughter. And here it is, like, okay, now I'm down to like 8 friends after 2,500 motherfucking friends. Okay?
Yeah.
Now I'm down to 8 fucking friends if I'm lucky. Okay?
Yeah.
Everybody hating. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in us in every fucking way in the motherfucking world. Okay?
Yeah.
How would you feel? Man, you know what? Yeah. I'm cussing. You fucking right, but I'm bringing it straight to your fucking face.
Yeah.
I'm not talking behind your back. I'm not stabbing you in the back or any fucking thing else. I'm bringing it
You can
straight
cuss.
to your face.
I mean, there's no reason. That doesn't make you. That doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you guilty. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh man, I got a lot of fucking hate for this motherfucking world now. I hate so fucking much about this fucked up world now. You're fucking right. Someone come up here and stole the most beautiful, precious thing in my fucking life. And if I find out who did it, you know what? I am going back to prison big time.
Yeah.
And
that's what people want to hear. People want to hear you angry.
Fucking F with a big capital fucking F. Fuck you. I'm going back to prison. Because I'm going to kill, and I've never killed anybody in my entire life. Never wanted to take nobody's life. Never wanted to hurt nobody in my life, ever. I love everybody. I try to love everybody all that I possibly can. But somebody come up here and stole the most precious thing in my life. Why can't nobody understand that?
See, that's what people want to hear. People want to hear you mad like that. You know what I mean? They want to. I don't know why you hold back with that part, because
the only reason
that's normal.
Because I'm usually sober. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pissed. I've had a few drinks tonight.
Well, that's fine. Like,
let someone steal your daughter and say, if you don't, what the fuck are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I probably wouldn't live through it, to be honest. I would be probably messed up all day, every day, and I probably wouldn't survive it.
To be sober. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I try to be sober. I try to live for Jesus all I can. I try to love everybody all I can. But I have so much hate for. I've never hated anybody like I have ever, like I do now. I can't deal with it. How could you take someone's daughter? how did you take a 5-year-old little girl and just take them? How the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
Who the fuck does that?
That's
The love of my life.
yeah.
Okay. Whatever, man. Y'all want to talk shit about me, whatever. I don't know what to say anymore.
Well, I think it's good for people. I think it's good for people to hear you mad and upset at whoever, did this. Because usually, like last night when you came on my panel, you were like, when I asked you, what do you think should happen to whoever did this? You were kind of lenient. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? I tried to. I mean, what? You tell me, okay? All right, you tell me. Someone takes your kid and abuses them. You tell